Hello, I'm Dan Hunneyman. This is my 2020 Ford Ranger with a GFC version 2. I'm from Central Massachusetts, friends with Mark and Teresa, and I wanted to show you a few sewing projects that I've done to kind of make living with a Go Fast camper a little bit more comfortable when the weather's not so good. So what we'll see here is I've made this little, on tents they're called vestibules. I kind of call it a rain awning, so it's for my side door. I tend to get in my Go Fast camper using the ladder most of the time because I've got inside the truck bed, it's pretty built out. So I use the ladder to get in. But on, when it's really bad weather, what this rain awning does is it lets me kind of get this far and I can kind of get my wet rain jacket off and I can just continue crawling in with some cover. Now you'll see here on the side, these are called twist lock fasteners, and I just basically riveted it to a little aluminum piece and used the track nuts that you can buy from Go Fast Camper to attach it to the track. So there's 2 on the bottom, there's 3 across the top. I'm not sure if it's how this comes from a company called Gzilla. They're tent doors. There's like plastic clips that you can get to kind of use these, but this is what I'm using for my awning. And then I have Velcro here. I put grommets in the corner of my tent doors, but I use this little piece of Velcro so I can attach the tent door. So the nice thing is when it's raining outside, I'm not all closed in. Like I can still get some ventilation and see outside when it's a bad day and I'm out camping. And there's 3 of the twist locks on the top. I use 2-inch aluminum angle from Home Depot. I just painted it black. I did have to do a little bit of cut around my beef rack bar, but again, it's just 3 twist lock fasteners on the top. They come with these grommets. There's a special punch out you can get. We're going to put that information in the description with some links. So if you want to try something like this, you can see, where you can get the twist lock fasteners and stuff like that. But yeah, it's just a general idea. I think the thing that's a little bit tricky is like you'll have a little bit of a gap. So the extrusion, you see how the tent itself is set inside. So from a military surplus store, I found like leaky Thermarest pads. They're really cheap. And that's what I used for padding. I just wrapped the fabric around it to kind of fill in that gap. You can see I notched it around the strut. And the one on the rear, it's a little wider. That one's more like 8 inches wide, and you taper it down here and you taper it up top. But I've used this awning when it's like really, getting like 1 or 2 inches of rain, heavy winds, and it's held up beautifully. So it just makes it, sometimes I go on the road for 3 or 4 weeks and you're not gonna always have nice weather. So having this really, makes life a lot more comfortable on the road. Now I'm gonna step inside. One of the other things that I did, as Mark comes up from the rear, I've added a wool blanket liner along the top here, and it sags a little bit, but I got my national park passes. And again, with the twist lock fasteners, there's 3 on each side, so I can use that, and this wool blanket will come down quite easily. So I just have 3 of them to release on each side. And so when I want to wash this, when it gets a little smelly, I can do that. And then the other thing I did up top, this is a Microtech towel, the lighter gray. And this is just up here with Velcro. I probably have to redo the adhesive up here, but it keeps it stuck up. There's a strip of black metal there. So I sleep with my head near the end of the truck. And that black metal, like, you get condensation sometimes and it drips on your head. So I find having that towel, stuck up there, no more drips on the head in the middle of the night, so you can sleep well and comfortably. And this helps as well with getting dripped on. Last but not least, I can show you on the tailgate if I come down. So one of the other issues that I have, and it doesn't perfectly keep out all the dust. Oh, that's my dash cam talking. But when the tailgate is closed, I still have like big air gaps. You can really see it from inside better, but there's big air gaps along the side and from the bottom. And that's easier to see. So you got all this dead airspace. So my little trick for it, I tried, there's like rubber mats, but like it came loose eventually. So what I kind of did, this is just some Sunbrella marine grade fabric. It's nice and dirty at this point. I use contact cement. So this is fuzzy Velcro along here, and I have the hook on this fabric. So I just stick it along here, and I tuck the fabric down in this gap. And I do the same thing over here, just a little bit of Velcro. And then in the center, I have the Velcro as well. So when I close the tailgate, I can stick that in the center and it stays up. And that has done a lot to help keep a lot of the dust that comes in through the tailgate. Because when you close this, I mean, this all has gaskets. So a lot of the dust I was getting, it's coming from here and from underneath. So that bit of fabric does a lot to keep the dust out without doing anything really expensive. So just some ideas for you if you got some sewing skills or know somebody with sewing skills. Just some project ideas if you want to try it out for yourself. I have my own YouTube channel. I'm going to be posting some more sewing projects on that. So we'll link that in the description. It's Dan Hunneyman, no fancy channel name. And kind of similar on Instagram. There I'm Hunneyman DC. So we'll link that in the description so you can find some of the ideas. Because I have other small sewing projects too. And I tend to post like the small projects on Instagram. And then I've been working on putting some videos together of the more complicated stuff for YouTube. So I'll be posting that stuff soon.
And your website?
And my website, yeah, that's honeyd.net. We'll link that. That one's more step-by-step photos. And sometimes I put like my travel blogs. I know that's fairly old school. Everybody does the streaming stuff now, but I like to write down my thoughts. So you will link all that in the description, and feel free to post your comments in the video here. I'll take a look at it and let me know what you think.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you again. We hope you found this content helpful. Check out our affiliate partners below. We want to thank you for taking the time to come along with us on this video, and also if you like, please give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel. We do a lot of overlanding and off-grid camping. Also, just as well, we've included a couple of our favorite videos that you might enjoy. So take a look right here and check those out. So hope to see you on the trail soon. Take care and happy camping.